"Wait for me," Ruth begged her mother-in-law, Naomi. "I'll go with you. Your God will be my God, and I will never leave you." Ruth was as beautiful on the inside as she was on the outside. Her husband and his brother, Naomi's sons, had died. Naomi's husband had died too. So Naomi decided to go back to where she used to live. Ruth would not let her go alone, so the two women traveled many miles to Bethlehem, Naomi's homeland. When they got there, Ruth and Naomi were too poor to buy food. They lived on leftover grain that Ruth found in fields that belonged to Naomi's wealthy relative, a man named Boaz. When Boaz saw Ruth gathering grain, he invited her to lunch. "It's wonderful that you are so kind to Naomi," Boaz said. "May God repay you for your kindness." Before Ruth left, Boaz made sure she had plenty of food to share with Naomi. When Ruth came home with all that food, Naomi said, "God bless Boaz. He is my husband's close relative. He will take care of us." Then Naomi had an idea. She thought it would be good if Boaz married Ruth. Boaz thought it was a good idea too. Ruth and Boaz got married and had a baby boy. They named him Obed. His grandmother, Naomi, loved him and he loved her back. When Obed grew up, he had a son, and later, his son had a son. And that little boy grew up to be a mighty king named David. Isn't God great? He rewarded Ruth's kindness and turned Naomi's sad life into something good. God used people from different countries, like Ruth and Rahab, in his plan to help his children. Let's look at our Jesus calling moment. God says in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for good to those who love God. He says that everything fits into my plan, for good if you love me. Trust me with big things, like friendships and future dreams, but you can also trust me for little everyday things. Remember how I took care of Ruth and Naomi. Nothing is too big or too small for me. So talk with me about everything. And I pray that we remember that as we go on in our week this week.